You wanted to say something?
No, I was going to say, you were quite impressed with this game after your
Um,
first session, right?
yeah, like I honestly went into the game thinking it's going to be just your typical horror story. It's gonna have a very unnerving setting, jump scares and things like that. But this game is so much more. Um,
Okay,
so
that's very good.
yeah, to catch you up on the story, basically how it all started was in 1924, where my character was a little girl, and her nanny was telling her a story about the White Lady. So the ghost of a lady in a lake that is haunting the lake because her lover killed her, and then he got hanged or something like that, and she is now like haunting this entire like lake and is trying to find young ladies to kill because only like their souls elevate her suffering for a little while.
Of
Uh,
course, as they do.
yeah, because she's like in permanent pain. So our character, her name is Julia, and the entire setting is 1944 Italy. So
Oh,
Julia is a twin, and her twin sister is named Marta, the titular character, of course. And Julia is very much into photography, like the old school photography with like developing in a red room and everything, like prior to the digital era. Of course, it was 1944. But her parents are her dad was a German general, and they are living in this house like close to a lake because they're hiding due to the situation. So they are not the target since he is like a general and he's commanding from the house and like sending telegraphs and stuff like that. In any case, Julia and Marta went one day to the lake, and Marta was found floating face down. She was found dead, and Julia found her and took the necklace off of her neck, and that necklace had Marta's name. And then her mother found them, and she thought that Julia died and Marta survived because of the necklace. And they are twins, and apparently their mother cannot take them apart, like see them apart. And Julia didn't say anything because she was scared because her mother hates her. So
of course.
the mother loves Marta but hates Julia, and blames Julia for being infertile because Julia was like the younger twin, the one that came later, and
Ah,
apparently she destroyed her on the way out.
oh, oh dear.
And the second thing, Marta is deaf. And the mother is blaming Julia for that because Julia maybe hit her in the womb or something, and that is, Julia's fault. So mother is a little bit like clinically insane, but in like 1944, it was just, you know,
So the mother is insanely hateful and deranged, and the father is a Nazi.
Actually, the father is a Nazi general, but he is the type of Nazi general that keeps saying like this war is wrong, we're doing the wrong thing, and he like doesn't want to be involved, but he doesn't have a choice.
Okay,
So
wow.
so that type of character. And okay, so the first part of the story was, I was pretending to be Marta, so the character was not allowed to speak because, Marta is deaf. So I was like, discovering stuff, and Julia was not sure how Marta died, but she remembered that she left one of the cameras with a timer on the lake. So she hoped that if she went to the lake and found the camera, that she can see what happened. But
Right.
unfortunately, the camera didn't show anything except that it found a little piece of red cloth, and this little red piece of cloth is not something that they have at the house. So she was like, okay, where did this red cloth come from? I've never seen it.
Right.
But apparently, that red cloth could have come from two different sources. The first source is the partisans. Apparently, the forest is filled with partisans that are trying to fight against the Nazis, and her boyfriend is one of them. Um, So either a partisan killed Marta or the mother, because the mother had a red dress like that. So of course,
Holy hell.
Julia wanted to find her boyfriend and find out, what happened. But the German soldiers found him first, and we were following the German soldiers, and they blew up our boyfriend in front of us. And while we were trying to read a note that he had on him, the German soldiers shot us. And then we managed to survive, but the German soldiers told a story that they found me shot, and that it was the partisans that shot me, and that they saved me, and the mother figured out. Yeah.
The supernatural horror elements are taking a real backseat.
Yeah,
in this
so
game to
in
very dark, like realistic, just like the horrors of war and abuse and so on.
So and in the meantime, the note that we found on our boyfriend's corpse told us to, he said that he knew from the start that we were Julia and not Marta, because obviously he knows us and he does not believe that the mother did not notice yet. And he told us to call a number. We called that number, and that number was the base of the partisans. And apparently, if you call that number, they just reply, "Oh, if you call this number, that means he is dead. Please help us by removing, cutting the telegraph wire. Yeah, that is next to the house." And then you get a big choice: do you stick with your father and the Nazis and ignore the partisans, or do you fight for what is right and become a spy for the partisans? I decided.
I wonder what we should do.
Yeah, I decided to be a spy for the partisans, of course.
Good for you.
So there was a sequence where we had to send a telegraph and also decipher the incoming one, which was quite cute. So you actually had to look at the one, the Morse code decipher, and do the tapping of the long, short, long, and stuff like that. So it was really cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and in the meantime, of course, Julia wanted to still find out what was in the lake, and what happened to Marta, and she got this idea in her head that there is the White Lady, that she is real, and that she can help her. She's having recurring nightmares, about stealing her sister's identity and things like that, really mentally unsettling ones. We even had a scene where she took a small knife to cut her sister's face. You can actually skip those, and at the start of the game tells you there are some very graphically vicious scenes.
Okay, that's nice.
And even with the game, you receive a poster. That poster from the game that on the back has information about mental health and where you can reach out for help, which is quite nice.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah. So now what we have to do? Yeah.
In less than 3 hours.
Yes. So the story is progressing quite fast. It is mostly narrative, with a little bit of photography. But it's you're gonna hear the sound effects and the music. It's amazing. So for example, every time something scary happens, there is the sound of broken guitar.
What did the camera say to his digital son? You can never be negative.
Wow, Oin, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and what did I want to say? Yeah, so what now we're trying to do is figure out a way how to talk to the White Lady. And for that, we called our nanny that told us the story. And the nanny was super happy because she was like, "Oh my God, Julia, you're alive. I thought you died. They told me you died." And she was like, "No, that was Martha. I'm actually alive." And she told us her knowledge of the legend, how to contact her. And then we had a small narrative piece from Julia that said, I didn't know it yet, but a couple of hours later, that was our last conversation, because a couple of hours later they bombarded the villa where she was living and she died instantly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's it's a very, very dark.
It sounds like borderline misery porn.
Yes.
Well handled, but like almost so dark it undercuts its own tone.
Yeah, it is quite depressing. And yeah, of course our mother heard us talking to the nanny, so she was like, "Oh my god, you're Julia, not Marta. Like my dear Marta is dead and you're alive. Why couldn't it have been you?" And then she starts beating us up. And then the father intervenes, saves us, and he's like, "Oh, you know, your mother has suffered so much. Don't blame her. She didn't mean to hurt you. La la la. You know, like the typical defense stuff." But one thing that is fascinating, you never see another human being here. So you hear them through the doors. You hear them like from the other side of the window, but you never see anyone. So.
Like the dark room is our safe space.
Yeah, the dark room is where we are, of course, developing everything that we take photos of, so we have to do the entire process every time. But apparently we have some infrared lens that sometimes also catches some weird stuff. For example, let's see here. I took a photo of a grave, and let's see, paper. Yeah, like this. Okay. Then expose. So we're gonna take that off. And then we're gonna even dunk it inside like the liquid.
So despite how dark and kind of oppressive the game's presentation is, you think it's handled very well?
It is handled amazingly well, especially as I said, the sound effects. And you're gonna see when, yes, see this? Like, there is a ghost of a person just sitting there.
Right, as ghosts do.
Yeah. So what we have to do now, yeah, we have quite a few quests. So one thing is, every morning we have newspaper on the table, we have to go read it and see like what is happening in the world. Like it's just to set up the scene, right? Then we found a weird note that said, "Dear mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I have found out that Julia is pregnant. Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. You'll see that her tummy is growing. Martha." And Julia was never pregnant, and she was like, "What the hell is this?"
Right.
So also Julia's childhood room is locked. And apparently the mother wanted it locked, and she said to the nanny, like, "Lock this and like hide the keys. Like she must never go in."
Is there a possibility then that the other daughter was pregnant and trying to like pawn it off on her sister because apparently the parents cannot tell them apart?
Yeah, that could also be. So it is really weird that like the parents have not been aware of like the swap. Okay, and when it comes to our quest with the partisans, we have to take a photo of the map that it's on our father's study, and bring it to a certain place where we have to hide it.
So if this is 1944, right?
Yeah.
We are in the puppet state created for Mussolini.
Yeah.
By the Nazis.
Yeah, we're somewhere in central Italy, as far as I have understood.
Oh, central Italy. So
because we have lakes, so it could be central or northern.
It would probably be northern Italy, because I want to say it was in northern Italy where the quote-unquote Italian Social Republic, or whatever it was called, was set up.
Yeah, there was a mention of Firenze.
Mm-hmm.
But look at this. Like, look how gorgeous this looks. Well, okay, now it's like foggy morning, but yeah, and we can go through the forest. Of course, we have a path where we can go. This is the path to the lake. Down there, this what is circled is the small graveyard where we have seen took that photo. We are trying to, I think, take some a piece of the lover of the White Lady from his grave. To be able to summon her, and we managed to figure out which grave it is with the photograph. It was the grave where that man was sitting.
Then we're going to like rip off his skeletal foot, right?
Of course. No. We're gonna rip out the most important bone. But yeah, so, And the good thing is, like, if you press right stick, then it tells you what is interactive because the world is huge. So kind of it's like, okay, did I miss something on the floor? And you cannot just keep going like this all the time. So it tells you like what is interactive and what is not. So here now we
That's
can.
nice. Like it seems like they've given considerable thought to their audience since this is largely a narrative experience,
Yeah, yeah.
and not only added in a lot of accessibility features, but also been very, very cognizant of the game's super dark content and tried to provide
If
content
I wear
warnings as
this, it
necessary.
should allow
Which,
me
Mm.
to make
again,
contact with her. With
when
this
you're
object, she'll
curating a
have
very
to hear
dark
me. I have no
narrative-centric
doubt.
experience, I think is important. So I
Yeah.
appreciate the
I'm
amount of
missing
thought
the element
they've
that
put into
connects
the
my world to
presentation of
that
the
of the
game.
White Lady.
Mm.
Oh, the lake.
But
course.
yeah,
Why didn't I think
when
of it
like the
sooner?
scary
Or the
things
dress
start
that I threw in
happening
the
and that
bushes
guitar
that cursed
sound
day.
start,
It's
like
been
that
sitting
guitar
beside the
sound,
lake
I
for
I
a few
hate it.
days
It
now,
really makes
in a
my
world that
my
is
skin
both
crawl.
mine and
But it's
hers.
so effective. Okay, so we have my personal
As someone
object.
raised near a city where wannabe country musicians can be heard blaring their terrible performances out of every open bar, I also have come to instinctively fear the sound of the guitar.
Mm. It is. Yeah, and of course, Lady of the Lake appears only when it's foggy. Otherwise, she cannot like leave the lake. So it has to be foggy for her to leave the lake.
So you have seen her.
Yes, we have seen her once when we went to get the camera from the lake. At first, like when we were walking, every now and then, when you would turn the camera, you would see like a blue ghost in the distance that just like tried to hide behind the tree, which was really spooky. But then at some point, when we got all the cameras and we were like, okay, now it's time to go, she grabbed our hand and then we started running away from her. And then we woke up in our bed, so it was kind of like a nightmare sequence type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And when we have this little icon above items, that means we can take a photo of it. I'm not sure if it's just a collectible or something, but the mechanic is really fun to like take the photos. So
I tend to like photography mechanics in games.
Yeah. so we can
You
observe
know
the
what?
camera.
Hmm?
Can observe the camera, like change the how it looks. Like.
Customize it.
Yeah. Stop observing. Then we use the camera. And then we have to choose first, like, all of the adjustments that we need. In this case, I don't think we need any adjustments. Wait, we need a what is this? When it's sunny outside or bright indoors? No. Used to get no. Macro lens. Halves focal, I don't know, doubles focal length, shooting distant objects, indoor photos, clouds and snow, artificial light, orange filter, haze, distant objects have more contrast. You know what? We are just going to go with nothing. I think that's what we're gonna go for. No adjustments, but we are going to
A natural shot.
Yeah, we are going and go down. There we go.
You know what
This-
game had a simple but very, very fun and
German
rewarding
soldiers.
photography system?
Daddy ordered patrols to be carried out near the
Don't know if
house,
you've ever
but how
played
would they
it,
have
but
lost help
Beyond
with
Good
it?
and Evil.
God only knows.
I know about it. I have never played it though.
So you receive basically the game's equivalent of experience, along with loads of rewards for photographing every type of living creature, including like the different species of sapient humanoids in the game,
Mm-hmm.
along with commentary and oftentimes little bits of lore that help you contextualize those creatures. Really, really cool system.
That's very nice. So yeah, these are the photographs that we took. We even had a quest where we had to like take our own selfie because there was a story that like photographs can capture somebody's soul. So we took one of us, and then we also took one of Martha. And here are the photographs of us finding Martha, running to her rescue,
Right.
and this one of the piece of cloth that we found, and this one that was creepy as fuck that has some floating letters that we can only see on the like the thingy, but not on like in real life. So
Ghost writing.
yeah,
In impeccable penmanship, may I say.
Yeah. And also wanted to say this game has a full support for adaptive triggers and generally all of the little
Oh, neat.
thingies that the controller has. For example, now when I'm walking, I'm actually feeling the steps on the controller. When I was climbing, I had to use the triggers to like climb, and like the harder it was for her to climb, the harder it was for me to press the triggers. So it was really cool. Alright, yeah, here it was where we saw the Lady of the Lake last time, and when she was chasing us. But yeah, let's go towards the lake down there. Apparently we have to meet her. So let's see if that's going to happen. Just see if I can...
I think it's pretty telling that the vengeful spirit, based
not a
on what
bad
you've told me,
photograph.
Seth, is probably
It
one of the
seems that
more
the camera
positive or likable characters in the game.
Yeah, it's like that, and it's like she has a a clear purpose. You know exactly what she's about, what she needs, what she wants. You know, for everybody else, it's like you people are fucked. You're just like fucked up people, and she's very simple.
It's like the dragons in Game of Thrones. You just want to eat shit. I can
Yeah.
respect that.
Exactly. Alrighty, so we are now gonna go to the lake apparently.
Without all the necessary elements,
Wait.
there's no point traveling to the island. Without all the necessary elements, there's no
crap.
point traveling to the island.
I can cut
My
my...
mother's tailor scissors.
I can... What? Why? Oh wait, what's that? Oh, I did not see this before. Buddy's clothes? Oh, that's mine, I think. Well, I think that I dropped that when I was trying to save
Here
Martha.
it is.
Ah,
I hope it works.
alrighty. So that would be our personal item that we're gonna use in the ritual.
Now that I have everything I need to communicate with the lady, I can finally go to the island.
Yeah, and the original voices are in Italian. So at first I started doing it like in Italian with English subtitles, but I had some sort of weird graphical glitches with the subtitles, so I decided to just switch it to
Really?
English just in case. Yeah, I had that same flickering that you had with Batman games.
Did you make sure then that the exact cables that came with the capture card
Yeah.
were all that you used?
Yeah, and it's the new capture card that I just got yesterday, so...
Oh, that's very strange, because in my case, it was just, again, a case of me being completely idiotic when it came to my tech setup.
Yeah, no,
I was using the wrong chords.
Yeah, I think that, like, when I changed the sizes... Oh, crap, I have to actually drive this. When I was changing the sizes of the subtitles, it helped, so... Okay, let's go to that little island over there with the tree in the middle.
I love Little Island.
Yeah, just a single solitary... I think this is where her boyfriend was hung after he killed her. So,
Oh, great.
yeah.
This little boat is Nanny's husband, Pride and Joy. He used to take me fishing in it
I have
many
to
years
say,
ago.
while
I
simple,
don't
the
understand
game's
why Mother
graphics look
never
very
wanted
nice.
me and Martha
Oh, yeah.
to use it.
So, how do I park?
Through sheer power of will.
Oh, there's a little dock, of course. We also have a bicycle that we can ride around, but I'm crap at bicycling. Okay, there we go. And she's always like commenting on stuff around her, being like, "Oh, I remember when I was little, this and this happened," or so like
Right.
it's a constant narration of what is happening around. Okay, so we are here on the island.
It's like a Randy Newman song in video game form.
Do you hear this?
I do not. Hold on. What do you hear?
So it's a very low, like, bass sound. Like... Oh, and they integrated the by sound thingy, so you can exactly hear from where stuff is coming from, which is really creepy.
Nice
Okay.
touch, though.
This is the tree the lover was hung from, according to the legend.
Okay, that is the tree. Oh, I think that I have to use the items here. Or not. Maybe not. Let's see if there's anything else on the island. Hello? Yes. Okay. Oh, something fell out? Oh, that's more.
It looks like a cartridge.
Yeah,
So.
I think it's the roll of film.
Oh.
A
Yeah.
roll of film. It's the one that I was taking out of the camera just before I discovered Martha's body. It should contain shots from before that moment.
Oh,
With
nice.
a bit of luck, one of the shots has captured the moment of Martha's murder. I will then finally have an answer. Was it really Mummy? I will develop it as soon as I can, but now it's time to speak with the White
Odd
Lady.
that they refer to their mother as Mommy.
Mommy, yeah. She keeps saying, like, I understand that Mother, like, never loved me, but I never thought that she would want to kill me. Because she thinks that she killed Julia while she killed Martha. Okay.
Right.
I will wear her lover's cross to draw her to me.
Great idea.
Okay.
So you'll either get the spirit trying
Lock
to
of my
help,
hair
or
to enter
you'll summon
into
an
her
angel.
world.
Like this, there's no
I
path
will
where
use
we
the tarot
don't get some
cards
kind
to
of
communicate
supernatural
with
help
her.
here.
Mhm.
The first 10 will be used like I did with Nanny. Once 2 cards have been chosen, it should begin.
Okay. And yeah, the game is not letting you like skip things like this. Like, you know, usually game would be like, okay, let's just pick all 10 of them. But this game is like, no, we're gonna do it one by one. You're gonna be
It's very
completely...
deliberate.
Yeah, you're gonna be immersed in this entire situation. Okay, picked 10. There she comes.
You camouflage
Well,
yourself
very
in the
ugly
woods to approach me. You blend in with the water to make yourself known. You wish to communicate with me through the energy of symbols. You use my pain to summon me. You are very bold. You call upon me for knowledge that I do not possess, for answers I do not have. I am only a vessel, like water, like air.
I mean, she has a
vessel
point. Like,
to
why would she know who
move
killed our
and
sister?
breathe.
It works.
I guess, like,
Now I need to choose 2
in a lot of
cards.
places, even
Here we
through the
go.
modern day, people just assume that spirits are omniscient
Yeah.
or significantly more knowledgeable and wise than we are.
This tarot deck is absolutely beautiful, and with the game you get stickers and you get a digital tarot deck. But like if somebody made the
Oh.
physical form of this tarot deck, I would so buy it because it's so absolutely stunning.
Hell, so would I. It'd make a great gift for my sister. She loves collecting tarot, and
Yeah.
these are... Oh, wow,
You
so
will
colorful.
no
Well, not
longer
colorful,
be
the
able
colors
to
are so
tell
vivid.
light from darkness.
So beautiful.
In sorrow, the difference is so subtle. You are alone, and you will remain alone.
I do assume this
Memories
whole
are abandoning you.
game is like
They are your only
you know, a metaphor for her
true
mental health.
companions.
Like she lost
Now
her
they
sister and then
take
went
the
insane or
place
something
of
like
your
that,
happy
plus the war and
childhood.
everything.
And they
Oh,
may
possibly.
return to keep you company.
Okay. Let's see, next card. Tower. And Chariot.
You do not have control of
What
yourself.
did all of these shades
There
on
is
on
a
the cards?
dark
And like
figure
the Art
inside
Deco
you.
design on the backs is
The
equally
wounds
stunning.
are feeding it.
Yep.
It will do things you do not like. It will use your desires, your guilt, the darkest parts of your conscience.
I like it also that all the characters are actually, the real humans. Like you could see that she, like under the lake, that is like a female mouth. So from an
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
actor, not the. Ready? The moon. Okay, this is the wrong translation because the subtitle said the moon, but on the card it says strength, la forza. So
Maybe it's the strong moon.
a very strong, yes. And this the devil.
Part of our soul embraces the people we love. It is then torn away from us when these people disappear. The wound is deep and it cannot heal. Faith vacillates. Death causes fear. But the church is a safe place. It is home and mother to its children. Faith is the light. Do not lose it. Finding it again is almost impossible. I lost it in sorrow, and without time, I am lost in the dark.
Okay. This one. The High Priestess. Yeah, that's the picture of her taking her sister out of the water. And
Interesting. The devil is the card that
The
encourages
daughter,
faith.
Yeah.
the house, the mother. The daughter comes from the mother's house, then makes herself a home and becomes a mother. This cycle is broken. To undo the knot, find the sun. He is the original sin reflected on you. The
Richardson,
one who
okay.
gave you the light wishes to take it back. She wants control.
I think that is referring to the
Bit
mother.
by bit, she is crumbling your
The one who
life.
gave you the light wishes to take
You
it back.
have to stop her.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Death. I find it fascinating. I don't know if you can see on the death card, but where it says La Morte on top, it is kind of like scratched out.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh, here.
I can
Star.
sense that you want to know who did it, but I do not have the answer.
Yeah, it's gotta be the mother,
You must
right?
Yeah.
find
I'm
it
also suspecting the
yourself.
mother. The mother is such
Do
a
not
fucked up
ever
person.
try to enter through the front door if you wish
So
to
the good
reach
ending
the
here is
heart.
probably going to
Your
involve
twin
like
sister might have
us having
the
to fight off and
answer
kill the
you are
mother and the
looking
father
for.
getting killed or arrested by the
Even
allies.
after
Yeah,
death,
I'm assuming
we
something
leave
like that is going to be.
traces of ourselves, don't we? Everything is indefinite if you look at the essence of things.
There we go. Of course, she takes me in. The moon trophy urn. Nice. Okay. Well,
Not the cleanest looking lake, but very realistic.
yeah. Okay, I cannot go out. Nope, I cannot get out of the water. Do you hear this melody?
Yeah.
It's muffled by the sounds of the water.
Yeah, the game's overall presentation is really strong, which I suppose in a narrative experience like this it kind of has to be.
Okay, I'm going to hydrate and stretch, and Julia can just drown.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, sorry, Julia. I'm sorry, what?
What in the world was that noise? Okay, it's getting a little less eerie the more the song develops.
This is the island, and oh, okay, it's like a dream sequence or something.
Lakes, not even once. Drink that shit.
Yeah, we don't need lakes, just... Fuck that. Where the fuck am I?
So, Seth, I told you, right, that I found out somehow we're almost done with Wolong?
Oh, really? Oh.
Oh. Oh, what is that?
That is a person upside down.
That's Julia.
Or Martha.
Well, right, Martha. Whichever.
The dead
the
one.
nasty sister who is dead.
Yeah, the actually dead Martha is dead. The game told us that.
It sounds like she wasn't a great person either.
Oh, and she has the key. I wonder if that is the key to her little treasure, treasure box. There was a locked treasure box that we didn't manage to unlock. So this key is either for that or for the locked
Speaking
door
of the White Lady
our old...
confused me even more. But at least now I have this
Guess
key.
the treasure box, because it doesn't really look like a door key to me.
Yeah, are we naked? Or not? Fine. Yeah,
No, we just blacked out and woke up in the tub, as you do.
yeah, and the house is just like your very typical old-fashioned Italian house. Like, my grandma's house used to have like the same like doorknobs and the same type of doors and windows. Okay, let's see. What is in the box?
There you go.
What's in the box? Oh.
What horrible thing are we going to learn
July
about now?
16th. Dear sister, I entrust my secrets to this letter. If you are reading it, things have gone as I thought they might, and I am no longer there with you. First of all, I am not deaf, and I never was. Mother scared me when we were little, so I decided not to speak or listen anymore. It worked. In fact, Mother began to love me. They also found a scientific explanation for my deafness. Neurological damage caused by excessive pressure exerted by the twin during pregnancy progressively.
So that's
led
why
to
she blamed
hearing loss.
Julia.
And like
Thanks,
that, my
Martha.
decision was also transformed into a fault of yours. So I must put it right. Do I have any other secrets? Unfortunately, yes, but a letter is too cold for such matters. Now that you know that I can speak, please go to the dark room. I have a hidden recording. Listen to it and you will hear my voice. Farewell, Martha.
Alrighty.
Why all of this madness, Martha? What else have you been hiding from me? You deprived me of your voice for more than 15 years. I can't wait to hear it now.
Well, not only that, she is partially responsible for more than a decade of
There's
abuse
nothing
we
here.
suffered, so
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
that.
The recording.
However did we miss this?
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Julia. I know that this will seem absurd, but this is me and this is my voice. We are equals in this sense, too. Well, it's obvious, really. I've basically always spoken, and you were my voice. I'm going to meet my fate, so I don't want there to be any more secrets between us. That I'm pregnant, Julia.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant with Lapo's baby. We had sex, and I never had the courage to tell you. I was so afraid of hurting you. I'm so ashamed. And now, how can I ever bring this child into the world? The baby is starting to show. Could
So
you
the
tell?
father is
That's
our
why I'm no
character's
longer getting
boyfriend.
undressed in front of you. But for how much longer can I hide it? Yesterday, you asked me to go to the lake together early in the morning. You, the sleepyhead. Early. I
Okay,
asked
so
you
I'm
to
Martha
switch
right
beds
now.
with me,
Think.
like we used
Right.
to when we were little girls. I got up at dawn and didn't wake you. I put on one of your dresses.
Okay, wait. I guess that I have to go and put one of the dresses. Yeah. So I'm recreating what Martha was doing that morning.
I wrote a card to Mother telling her that it was you who was pregnant, not me, and to come and see at the lake. I left it on the desk in her room.
Okay, let's go to mother's and father's study. That's here.
Wow, just everyone in this game is awful.
Yep.
And not for many of the reasons you would typically associate with characters in the middle of a Nazi puppet state.
Hello, mother and father. Don't mind him, those
Assholes.
Yeah.
Then I felt the need to talk to you, and I remembered the recorder in the dark room.
Okay, now.
Now, I imagine the game and, like, its world especially feels very, very different for you since you are far more familiar with this kind of environment. Like the architecture, the geography,
Yeah,
everything.
this feels very much homey.
And you think it's been pretty faithfully
Oh, yeah.
recreated?
Oh,
for
yeah.
the region?
This is really, really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this was Julia's room that is locked now. Okay, let's see.
I will go to the lake alone and act as you. I will tell her everything you never had the courage to tell her. I will be your voice. I know how much she's made
Yep,
you
so the mother must
suffer
have
over
killed
the
her.
years. Unlike you, I remember all of the harm she has done to you, and it is my fault. Take my place, sister. You will live a better life, and I will be able to rest in peace, knowing that I at least tried to put right what I have done wrong. I will go now. My last memory will be the image of you sleeping peacefully.
I think there's probably a better way to resolve this, but
Yeah,
you do you.
Hi, Julia.
because she
I
was like,
upset. Unbelievably upset.
I know mother
July
is going to kill
16th,
me.
that
Like,
cursed day.
why would
Martha
you even
didn't
assume
wake me
mother
up.
would kill you?
They probably know the mother well enough. But my question is, why don't the two of them team up and kick her ass? Like,
Yeah, so the thing is, oh, see the objects you must interact with. Okay, yeah. So in that time, and even nowadays, like parents are the authority. So as a child, you are not going to stand up to them no matter what happens, and that is how a lot of people in that area are raised.
right.
Like it doesn't matter. Like
Although,
It was late.
letting a parent
Martha
abuse
hadn't
and
woken
then
me up as we
execute
had
you on a
agreed.
whim is probably extreme, even for
And I
that.
oh
always
yeah,
overslept.
of course. But yeah.
And am I correct to understand that the father is sympathetic to the children but
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
do anything?
Exactly. He's like, oh yeah, that's just how your mother is, and la la la. And it's like, bruh, that's not how it works. Save the child.
Martha wasn't there, and we were supposed to go to the lake together.
Ah,
She even made her bed, which was unusual.
so now we're Julia
I
on
thought
that
Mother
morning.
woke up early, despite her medication, and asked her to do something.
Okay, so are going to put on some clothes and go like. Oh wait, that's Martha.
There was a dress missing from my wardrobe. I simply decided to go out and take the photographs by myself without Martha.
Okay. Off we go. What? Oh. Oh, no newspapers. Damn it.
Kind of feels like the game is progressing to at least a climax, if not the climax,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was a foggy morning, but it was no longer dawn. It was a sign of something terrible.
Any from... Oh. Ah, okay, so they're not gonna let
My
me
mother
go
had
to
killed
sleep.
her beloved Martha with her own hands. I had then taken her place, usurping the throne of her affection. She would have never forgiven me. I had real reason to be afraid. I searched for one of Daddy's pistols to defend myself. What a stupid little girl I was. In spite of everything, that roll of film still needed developing,
Okay.
even if it didn't prove she was guilty. I also wanted to search for proof of Martha's pregnancy.
Okay, let's go to the dark.
Almost 5 German divisions faced the troops of the 8th Army. Units of an Indian division crossed the River Pesa on a vast front, and they advanced 2 kilometers south of Montelungo. Meanwhile, the New Zealand units have reinforced their positions that run from San Michel to La Romola. Near La Romola, the Michelangelesque villa of the E family, where General K was staying, was bombed by the artillery. Luckily, the general and his family were not in the house at the time of the attack, and once again La Romola has been the site of graphic barbarity. A farm was stormed and animals were stolen and killed. Nobody has claimed responsibility for yet another act of senseless vandalism. But at the scene, an anti-German propaganda flyer was found. This is the civilization that our comrades are proposing.
Yep. Yeah, so the area where we are in is called La Romola, and it's outskirts of Florence.
Okay, so this would be like, what, is that northeastern Italy?
Yeah. Alright.
So near the borders today with, like, actually quite near the Croatian border.
Yes. Well, it doesn't border Croatia, it borders Slovenia, but yeah. Close. Alright, so we need to put it in focus. In focus. Like this, and then
That's it. Hopefully the image comes out clearly.
What is this? Is there anything? Eh.
And if you were to travel straight
When
across,
it's
you'd
not
be
too
able to
sunny
reach
outside,
Croatia
the
then through
200
Slovenia
ISO
by
Oh, yeah.
works well.
very, very little distance, right?
Yeah, like maybe you would be in Slovenia for 10 minutes. Eh. Want the other
Imagine
roll.
that must
400
be...
ISO film.
Well,
It
no,
comes
it
into
wouldn't
its own
make
shooting clouds and indoors.
transport all that difficult. Never mind.
General Edict.
Okay, so let's go to the dark room to develop all the photographs that we have. So the ones that we found.
Telegram. I'll leave it in the letterbox. Have a good day.
Okay, so
Another
somebody left.
telegram of condolence. Isn't it a bit late?
Okay, let's see what's first in the. You've got mail, West. Okay, let's see what's the newspaper.
Is there a solid amount
The New
of what seems
Zealanders
to be like
conquer
little side
Tavernelli in the
content?
eastern
Mhm.
sector of the
Yeah.
Battle
That you
Front.
can
The troops of the 2nd
address?
New Zealand
I
Division,
think
British
so.
8th Corps,
They all kind of
conquer
come
Tavernelli.
together,
The 6th South African
but I'm not
Armoured
sure if
Division
they're
advances
genuine
on
like
the
side
heights near
content
Greve,
or the game is steering
conquering
me
the
to
peaks
make all of
the
them.
Dimini
to
and
complete all of
Filly
them.
Mountains.
right,
The
right.
4th Division reaches San Giovanni.
Stars. Trophy. Okay, I think that we read all the newspapers, so that
Attack on Hitler. After an attack carried out by a group of traitors, Hitler's words are, "In having escaped, I see a sign of the duty incumbent on me to continue my work."
that was 22nd of June.
Never a bad time for an attack on Hitler.
Sabotage of
Yeah.
the phone lines in La Romola.
That was us.
Telephone cables have been cut, causing danger to general safety. Any damage to the information service facilities is punishable by death.
Oh, and let's see.
Bombings. Damage caused by the bombings between Florence and Siena continues to increase. After the disaster at Poggibonsi, rubble and power cuts are the order of the day.
Okay, cool. Let's see what we got. Oh, here. Telegram.
Dear Mrs. Irene K., following your call, we have received a telegram from Dr. D. Your request has been accepted. As soon as the police station issues authorization, we will send for the girl.
Hi, Vass.
While we wait, to avoid
Howdy,
the girl
howdy. Hope
taking
you're
any
doing well.
extreme
Thank you for joining
actions,
us.
as per the fears you have expressed, we ask that you trust in the advice of her treating physician. I thank you for your generous and charitable donation to our institution. Director S. Volterra Psychiatric Hospital. Telephone 0782. Now that she has discovered everything, she wants to lock me up in an asylum. Or maybe even worse.
Yep.
She wants to kill me and have everyone believe it was suicide. She is preparing all the finer details.
Okay, so one thing that I want to do before we go into the dark room is go back to the phone and see if we can call the psychiatric hospital, because they keep giving us phone numbers of everything. So let's take a look.
Says sick as always, but otherwise fine. Well, I'm sorry to hear you're not
Aw.
feeling well. I hope you can enjoy the stream.
Take telephone. Asylum 0782. Oh, it's actually on the paper there.
Man, having people you don't like committed to very, very slipshod mental health facilities was a huge thing back in the day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because once you go in, you never go out. That is partially
Or
of
it's
why there
very,
is still
very
a...
difficult.
Yeah, there's still stigma about, you know, mental health places that, like, once you go in, it's over. So a lot of people still don't trust go there.
Yeah, involuntary and unjustifiable admission is not
Hello,
a thing that
we
happens
recently requested
very
the
often at
admission of
all
Julia
anymore.
Kay
It's
to the hospital.
extraordinarily rare.
I just wanted to know whether
But
it
it
would be
certainly
possible
was
to cancel the
common
request.
around the turn of the 20th century. Us just passing by to say hi, and it still is the USSR had punitive psychiatry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I know that, but that isn't legitimate mental health care in many cases. That's a form of
Yes, I just received the telegram.
incarceration without calling it imprisonment.
I don't know if you can see hear the audio on stream of the answers on the phone, because they keep being sent through the controller.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, so we could not cancel... Yeah, we could not cancel our psychiatric... whatchamacallit?
Evaluation.
Stay. Yeah. We went somewhere dark. Yep. That's what this game is. Let's see if we can call the
Wait.
police.
Have they already agreed to, like, admit us
Yes.
without an evaluation?
Yes. Because the mother has given a substantial donation.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
The Allies can't get here soon enough.
Yep. Just kill everyone.
Well, they'll save us.
No. Requesting...
Hi, I was hoping to hear whether there has been any development on the investigation into the murder of Julia Kay. I am Julia Kay's sister.
Where exactly is the mother?
I have no idea.
Thus, bon appetit.
It's bread with chocolate. Telephone can be used.
Almost like a chocolate biscuit.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk to the doctor. 6.
Very nice.
5. 9. Like, usually I would be super annoyed that I had to dial every number like that, but honestly, this game is making it so effective that I don't mind.
Feels very immersive, right?
Yeah.
And besides, who doesn't love using these old rotary telephones?
Oh, yeah. Act as yourself. Act as mother.
Hello, it's Edna K.
That says I did. Yeah, no.
Yes,
big
it's
fan
me,
of the
Doctor. It's
the
Julia.
rotary dial phones
Excuse me for...
myself.
I'm okay, Doctor. The pain is almost gone. But Mother seems to be getting ill again. I mean, in the head, basically. I saw that she is taking that medicine again. Pervitin, I think.
Well, says it used to hurt my finger, especially the last numbers. Really?
Oh, yeah. I had a very, very old one as well. Oh! So, the medication Mother's been taking was not prescribed
I don't
by
have
the
the
doctor.
German command's number, but I'm sure it won't be
she's
hard
on
to find amongst
drugs, too.
Father's things.
Yep.
Perhaps in
Maybe
his studies.
the father is giving it to her.
I've got an idea.
Yeah?
We need to call another mental hospital and file, like, a counter.
Just see who arrives faster.
Of a counter, like, yeah, have these two staffs of completely corrupt orderlies squaring off in the yard.
Yeah, like, okay, now fight. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, we cannot find the number for the German command. So let us call Don Attilio, whoever that is. I think that was the priest that was at the funeral of Martha. 6958. I was always self-conscious when I was using those phones because I never knew, like, okay, did I do it fast enough or did it cut in between?
Ah, right.
Lapo.
Father, you must bring justice for Lapo. You know it wasn't really him who killed
Can you
Martha.
try 0815? And boss says, yeah, if you were too slow, yeah, they would halt process of the number and you'd have to replace the receiver and try again. Pretty sure they gave you a decent amount of time, though.
You want 0815. Okay, let's try it. 0, 8, 1, 5.
Probably the wrong number.
Nope. Okay, so let's try the town hall. That is 6929.
It says, oh boy, world, we had 7 number extensions.
We had 5 numbers. So mine was 28211 when I was a kid.
And over here, my entire lifetime,
I would like
outside of
information
area
regarding
code,
a
it's been
request
7.
for admission to
With
Volterra
area codes,
Hospital.
it's always been 10. Well, it's a shame. That would have been a nice Easter
I would
egg.
like some information regarding the request
What is
for admission of
0815?
my daughter to Volterra Hospital. Goodbye.
So I had a choice of saying goodbye or hang up. I mean, okay. Okay,
You were
let's see.
polite. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. That's what we should do.
Let's see.
so-
Haberdashery.
The city or area code, it would be, considerably longer. A 10-digit number, just as it is over here.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, it was the 5 number. But then when I started going to... I was in the middle of elementary school, and then we all had to have our numbers changed because there were so many people, we had to move to 6 digits.
Oh, fascinating. I'm sure that caused a lot of confusion,
Oh, yes.
especially for older people.
Yeah.
Hello, Miria. It's Irene K. Hello, Miria. It's Irene K.
Okay, well... Fuck you. I'm gonna call you again and pretend we never talked. Okay, 6, 9, 8, 7. 8, 7.
I've already called this number. I've already called this number.
That says, I remember when
What
you had to
use would there
stand
be
by the
calling
phone,
again?
waiting for a call. Yep.
Oh, yeah. 6539. I'm just trying all of the numbers just to see if there is anything that is going to happen, or maybe a quest we would get.
I must have the wrong number.
I'm sorry,
I must have the wrong number.
6539.
I must have the wrong
What do you mean you must have the wrong
I
number?
must have the wrong
Doesn't
number.
matter. 6537.
Point says, it's a saying in Germany for something being totally average, going back to the standard MG in World War I, which required so much training that it became routine.
Oh shit, wrong number.
Voss says,
Probably the wrong number.
or you could,
Probably the
like,
wrong
eavesdrop
number.
on other people's conversations with another phone in the
Oh
apartment.
yeah, we did
Yep.
that actually at the start of the game. Which was quite
Heck, I
easy because
remember
nobody
that.
would suspect us because they thought we were deaf. Okay, cemetery. We're calling the cemetery. Oh, nice. Who is it? Act as yourself.
Hello, it's Julia Kay. Erich Kay's Hello, daughter. It's Julia Kay. Erich Kay's daughter.
Be
I'm
calm.
sorry to disturb you. I just wanted to know.
I'm
if I can
sorry
come
to
over
disturb
see
you.
later
I just
today
wanted to
or
know if I can
tomorrow.
come over to see you later today or tomorrow.
What?
He must be going crazy.
He must be going crazy. I don't believe for one second that
Well, that
Mummy
was
would let him treat her this way.
Extremely rude.
Sheer
Okay, so let's
madness.
finally go now to the dark room and start developing the photographs. Oh, wait.
Go to the dark room now. Not
Go
when
to the
she's
dark
around.
room now.
I must
Okay.
stay
Not when
Mother
she's
is there,
around.
and I think that
I
my
must
husband's
stay as
better.
far away
Go
from
to
her
the
as possible.
cemetery instead
I
to
could
find
go
out
to the
whether Martha
cemetery
really
instead
we go.
to find out whether Martha really was
Okay,
pregnant.
then
Okay,
let's go.
next objective. Drop kick mother.
Oh, what's that? Oh,
Commune
that's
of
certificate.
San Casciano.
Commune of San Casciano, Province of Florence.
From the
Death
Register of
certificate.
Death Certificates of this
From the
commune,
Register of
number
Death Certificates of this
174,
commune,
Part 3.
number
Series
174,
12
Part
of the
3.
year 1944.
Series 12 of the year
It is
1944. It is
certified
certified that on the day of the 16th of July of the year 1944, Julia Kay has died, resident of Villa Perchabaya, born in La Romola. On the 26th of February 1923, the daughter of General Erich Kay and Irene Kay, Don Attilio D will give the funeral and the esteemed Mr. Alberto M, who will look after the burial in the cemetery of La Romola. Telephone number 6537. The official state civil service. General Galeazzo T.
Develop the photo. Okay, mom is in the basement. I absolutely do not want to run into her. I will develop the films for her. Yeah.
I also would not want to spend any time with this person's mother.
Yes. Okay, let's try again. 6539.
Probably the wrong.
It's pissing me off.
Probably the wrong number.
Well,
Okay. Because it keeps saying that it's the wrong number, but it's not. It's 6539 for the shop. Okay, 6938. 9 3 8.
Not now.
Okay, well,
Not now.
so much for that. Let's
have it your
go.
way.
Yeah. What else do we have? Gothic line, print the photo. Yeah, so we cannot print the photo because mom is there. Cannot find the keys to my happy room. We need to go to the cemetery. Go to the
I
cemetery.
really don't want to see what is inside something called a happy room. That just sounds ominous.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree with you. Alrighty.
Like, best case scenario, it's just a lot of cocaine.
Where the heck? If I was a cemetery... Oh, no, I have to use the bicycle. Eh. Ugh.
Yeah, alright.
I'm so fast. Look at this. Woohoo!
Ding ding.
I used to have a bicycle like that.
Did you know?
Yeah. Wait. Oh, slow down. Map. The map. Where am I? Eh. Ah, okay. Fine. Yeah. Go backwards. You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna go.
So I
My
have a
headphones
few weeks
disconnected.
off of work now until the 30th. I start back.
Okay, there we go. I can hear again. Look, it's a field of poppies.
Oh, heroin.
According to Nanny, this was an old windmill. According to Nanny, this was an
Sorry, I
old
just
windmill.
feel like my
It has been
natural
abandoned for as
role
long
here
as I
is
can
comic
remember.
relief, given how
It
Yeah.
dark
has
the
given me
game.
the creeps.
I mean, we need a little bit of relief.
That's what the heroin is for.
I love poppies. Oh yeah, and the pies as well are really nice. I love poppy pies.
I've heard very good things.
Mm. It's just hell to get it out of your teeth.
Tuscans. Throughout Italy, the people are fighting against the German invaders. Over a third of Italy has already been liberated from this loathed invader. We know that you are doing a lot to prevent the Germans from strengthening their power over you. The day of your liberation is approaching. Your freedom is certain. Your region is of the utmost importance in this war of liberation. Hinder the Germans by refusing to cooperate with them in any way. Transport is essential for the German troops and their supplies. Your region is the center of the transport network south of the Apennines. The triangle of La Spezia, Florence, Livorno is of great importance to the Germans, and their hope to maintain a yoke over Italy. Tuscans, double your efforts. The day of liberation is fast approaching. Unite and do your utmost to speed up your liberation.
Well, okay. Wait. Oh no, this is stopping me.
Oh?
Can I just go through the poppy field? No. Okay, there's an invisible wall. No, I was just joking. Like, look, they put a chain there, but you can just like go through the field of poppies. Hey, wait, where is the great?
The strongest barriers are in our minds.
I don't get it. Here?
There's no, like, natural constant time progression mechanic, is there?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So we don't necessarily have to visit a certain time of day.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay.
We are Gucci. Oh, of course, the cemetery is there where we saw the sad ghost sitting on his grave. Why did it go this way? I don't know. I'm not gonna take the bicycle because, well, it sucks. So, I'm just gonna go on foot.
fair assessment of bicycles in fiction and real life.
Yeah, it's like I'm much faster just sprinting. Apparently my character has infinite stamina, so why the fuck not? Oh, look at this sun. So where is this graveyard? I mean, this kind of looks like the graveyard. These are usually the trees that you, the graveyard. Okay, maybe that was the right way that I was going, and I just took a wrong turn. Life's hard, man. Can I go down there? Oh, I can. I'm gonna die if I go down there.
I doubt it.
Nice. Okay, well, there's nothing of importance down there. But I sated my curiosity. Just
And that's the most important thing.
exactly. Okay, map. So I'm gonna continue going straight. Because that looks like it might be the graveyard. And I'm gonna take the bicycle now. Yeah, because we're going uphill.
Well, wouldn't that honestly be much worse if you were riding a bike?
Of course.
So we want to suffer.
Exactly. That's what this
Understood.
is. Arrgh!
Martha is in the family crypt. Martha is in the family crypt. That place is scary. I don't remember, but Nanny told me we used to go there when we were kids, to see who was brave enough to go down the stairs. No one would ever go further than the first 2 steps. Now Martha's down there, alone, in the dark. She must be frightened.
Yay! Okay. Get off. Get off. Perfect.
I like the kind of ambient music.
Mm.
The crypt is here. The crypt is here. Not now.
What? Why wouldn't
Not
you want
now.
to take the flyers?
Let's hope the caretaker isn't around. That man gives me the creeps.
Oh, a family crypt there. Are you the hello, Crow. Lapo, oh no, that's our boyfriend that cheated on us.
I should water the plants.
And impregnated
No
our
one will do
sister.
it. The caretaker clearly doesn't care.
The flowers, okay, let's find something to water the flowers. Can we water the flowers with the pliers? No. Okay, well, that sucks.
Well, you never know what various office supplies or household tools contain useful material. I dumped about a full pound of sand out of a tape dispenser yesterday.
Now that I have filled the watering can, I can. Now that I have filled the watering can, I can water the plants.
I hit my
That's usually
headphones.
how it works, yes.
Yeah. Giulio Q. Odorizio N. Nieves N. Laurentino. Okay. Yeah, drown those flowers.
Lapo, if you were in front of me,
Lapo,
what would I say to
if you were in front of me,
That I'm
what
angry
would I
because
say
you were
to you?
sleeping with Martha?
That I'm angry because
No,
you
I'm
were
not
sleeping
angry.
with Martha.
I'm
No,
sorry that
I'm
you
not
kept
angry.
everything hidden from
I'm
me.
sorry that you kept
Wow,
everything hidden
um,
from me.
Faced
It
with
stings a
your
little,
loss,
perhaps, but
everything is
faced with
now
your loss,
meaningless.
everything
I'm
is
happy
now
that they buried
meaningless.
you here.
I'm
We'll be
happy that
neighbours.
they buried you
I knew
here.
that Daddy would
We'll be
allow it
neighbours.
even if you were
I
fighting
knew
with
that Daddy would
partisans.
allow it even if you were
For him,
fighting
this
with the
war is as
partisans.
stranger as it is
For
for
him,
me.
this war is
Goodbye,
as
Lapo.
stranger
You're
as it
We
is
will
for
meet
me.
very
again.
Goodbye,
understanding.
Lapo.
Yeah.
We will meet again soon.
It's time to look for Martha.
Okay, let's
It's time to
for
look for Martha.
Okay, this is not where Martha is. I'm assuming those are the crypts over there. These ones have a lot of flowers. Kinda new. Yes, that's ours.
Family crypt is locked. Family crypt is locked. The key must be in the caretaker's hut, as always.
Was that the display? No. Maybe that thing? Or that thing over there? No, this looks like the small chapel where they usually keep, corpse.
A mausoleum.
Yes, that thing. I still remember when I saw my grandpa there, and I started screaming because he did not look like himself. They did such a horrible job with the makeup.
Preparation.
Yeah, that he did not look like my grandpa.
Oh, that's awful. Seth.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
and they thought, like my grandma thought that I was screaming
These are
because
perfect for
grandpa was
breaking the
dead or
law.
something, and I was
I
like,
should hurry
no,
before the
it's just
caretaker
that is
comes
not
back.
grandpa. Like, and
Right.
nobody else seemed to be bothered by that except me. Like I was screaming, and like even the priest was like, "What the fuck is happening?" I was like, that thing there is not grandpa.
Well, it's a familiar sentiment, regardless of like the appearance, because when they're reduced to such a state, it doesn't really feel like them, even if it looks perfectly like our lost loved one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Now, unlike-
exactly.
I remember feeling quite similarly when I had to see my grandfather.
Mm.
Instructions for the automatic telephone machine. For example, if you wish to call the number 0573, pick up the telephone from the hook and bring the receiver to your ear. You will hear a continuous tone. Firstly, place your index finger in the hole displaying the number 0. Turn
We are
the
reading
disc
instructions on how
clockwise
to use
until
the
it
telephone.
stops. Let the disc return
You know, a
freely
lot
to
of
its
people today
resting
probably
position.
would need those to
Repeat
understand
the
how to
same
use the
steps
phone
for
as
the
an actual
numbers
phone.
573. Everyone takes a side. I find myself siding with my family,
Out
but
with the
I'm
Germans,
not sure
says.
whether it is right.
Good on them.
Enough. I can't go on like this any Enough. I can't go on like this any longer. I can't go on pretending nothing happened. My family was slaughtered by these dirty Nazis. My daughter wasn't even buried, and I had to bury that half-blood instead. An Italian family that got cozy with the dirty Germans. Bastards, that's what they are. What am I supposed to do with my life now? I want to end it, but not without taking a few Germans down with me. You won't see me anymore, but you will hear about me. Long live the resistance.
So
Viva
that's why he
Italia.
was pissed off at me on the phone, because, we are half-bloods, mother Italian, father German.
Right. Yikes.
Okay, so we got the... I wonder if all of those names there are, like, the backers or something. Or at
Was
least
this a
some of them.
crowdfunded game?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Hold on, let's see. I'm noticing a running theme throughout the game, though, or at least its narrative, and that is seemingly everyone blames or otherwise puts the onus of responsibility for many, many, many things on this innocent girl.
Yeah, and...
Everyone.
Yeah, it is, and it is like that, and honestly, I can totally understand it, because that is something that is also happening nowadays in Croatia, It doesn't matter what is happening and what is the thing that happened, but if you're like a partially Serbian or something like that, it's always your fault. Same thing in Serbia for Croatians, so... I guess it was
I
like
don't
that
know
with
if
German
it's-
and Italians
I
at
can
some
see
point.
why we were scared as children. It's a rather
But no,
gloomy
like,
place.
Voss says I saw names of backers on Roman statues in Serious Sam.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh.
But I was talking even beyond, like, the the larger geopolitical narrative. It's like the mother is taking her frustrations with one of her children out on the other because they're at hand.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend is taking or putting a lot of blame on this innocent girl just because of the horrific Nazi occupation, and she's closer than the Nazis are.
Yeah.
And the sister subjected her to a life of abuse because, well, better you than me.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, I have to actually...
And it seems like everyone in this world reacts as though, or is talking as though that's totally normal. Like, tough luck, kid, you drew the short straw.
Basically, she was so unlucky. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's go again. Yeah, oh yeah, now the triggers are so harder. Hi, Kai!
Oh, hi. Thank you so much. Says this looks fun, by the way. Hello? Hello, and thank you for the resub. Also, I mean, backers were meaningful, but I thought the names were something historical. Well, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of that in Serious Sam.
Forgive me.
And there we go, the guitars. The strings.
There we go.
Why are we undressing her completely?
I have no idea, but I just want to see if she was pregnant.
Oh no! No, 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 no! No! No!
Yeah, even I can't.
Oh yeah, it's telling me that we can skip if we want to. I'm sorry, we're skipping this.
Okay.
It was true. Martha was pregnant. Pregnant with a deformed fetus with two heads. They always twins again. They always said that it ran in the family. I was all the more shocked. I was doing things that I had never done before.
I hope.
I do not.
Yeah, I
know
don't think
what
that you can
force
put
is
like
moving me.
cutting a fetus out of my dead sister's body on your resume.
I decided to photograph the horror.
I don't
as
think they have
evidence to show
workshops
my
for
mother
that.
and to everyone. Who knows why?
What in the world?
And we are gonna take a photo of this now. Yeah.
Of course we are. You know, I feel like the game's really trying to say something, but I'm not entirely sure what that thing is.
I will torture you. Enough now. I will torture you no longer. I will come back to fix you, and I will stay and take care of you. We will spend so much time together.
Okay, I think
love
that
you,
yeah,
Martha.
she's going insane as time
Yeah,
goes.
yeah, what we just saw was not the act of a healthy mind.
Doctor, I must thank you for your help. I wouldn't know what to do without you. Even our own dear Donatello seems to not understand the situation.
Irene, please. Consider the idea
These are the
of leaving
parents.
Italy as your husband suggested. It would be better for everyone, especially for the girl.
I fear that nothing will make her
Us
better.
short on staff, it's
Her
true, fair
father
enough.
doesn't want to accept it.
Yeah, Seth, do you
I
also
believe
feel
that
like the
hope is
game
long
has
gone.
some sort of
I
really
agree,
clear message?
but in
that
Germany
it's
there are better treatments
a little
and
muddled.
specialized clinics.
Yeah.
The asylum is a temporary solution, just to ensure that she doesn't do anything foolish. But it's a nightmarish place. You know that
You know,
all
it
too
would be
well.
really
You cannot
crazy if
possibly
in
want
the
this for
end
your
it's
daughter.
Of course I don't.
that we were the
What can I
crazy
do?
one.
She is a danger to
all-
herself.
like we were the crazy
us,
one
to
since the
everyone.
start, and
One
our
of
mother
Ian's
was actually
guns
right.
has also disappeared. She must have taken it. Who else could it have been?
That would be a twist,
I am
yes.
so
I'd
scared,
argue it would
Doctor.
make the game
I cannot
worse,
wait any longer.
however.
Also, you know what they think of Italians in Germany,
Basically
don't
saying
you?
all of
But
this
you would
didn't
be
matter.
with Erik, an esteemed general. Everyone will respect you.
That cursed girl. Where could she be? Let's hope she doesn't play any more foolish stunts. I'll wait for her here, in the cellar. Sooner or later, she'll go to the dark room. That's for sure.
I would gladly stay and keep an eye on her, but I must rush to town to organize the last few things for her hospitalization.
Thank you, Doctor. Don't worry. We'll see you later.
Hey, so mother is waiting for me in front of the cellar.
Of course she is.
I must take advantage. She's sleeping. I must take advantage of this. I will make her talk. She will reveal the truth out of fear. She thinks I can be silenced by calling me crazy.
Actually, that's a pretty good
Unbeknownst to
plan.
her, I will record everything. Everyone will know what you have done to your
Okay,
own
first I
daughter.
Oh.
I would
Okay,
make too
so-
much noise and wake her up.
What are
Also,
we?
maybe the institution is not a bad idea. I don't know.
At this point,
Is-
I have no.
Is that Mother?
Yeah, that's Mother's thing.
No, you can take her.
Just punch her in the. Punch her in the tit.
Not what I was gonna go for, but okay.
This is not going to make too much noise, but that would. Okay. Oh yeah, we
Mother's
had.
not very good at this whole villainy thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now I will wake her up and she will confess. Now I will wake her up and she will confess. You can bet on it.
That's not how you wake.
Or
people.
not.
Oh.
What are you doing, my daughter? Why do you want to ruin your life?
I'm sorry. It wasn't me who just shot Mummy. It wasn't me.
Dear
God, what have I done? Dear God, what have I done? She forced me. She killed Martha. But who in the world will believe me now? They will take me to the mental asylum. Those rolls of film are my only hope.
I've got an idea, and it can't possibly be right. What if they aren't twins?
Oh. 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 The keys
So that's
to the
who
happy
had the
place.
keys to my childhood bedroom. I
'Cause,
could
like,
have guessed.
what's the odds of them having the same voice?
And bombarded.
My God, sooner or later more bombs will land here. Then everything will come to an end.
And we have tonight.
So yeah,
Power's out. It's impossible. Damn, the
better
power is
pick it up.
out. It's impossible to develop that
the-
roll of film now.
Theory I'm gonna advance, and it's probably wrong, is that there are not twin sisters here, but in fact two separate personalities of a deeply disturbed individual.
I mustn't care about what people think. Or fear will prevent me from facing the music. It will be very difficult to recover from the mental
Yeah, I bet.
collapse.
So we're gonna learn the truth in the happy place.
Yeah.
Destiny is inevitable. The end waits for us.
The wheels of fortune.
Trophy for maybe completing a tarot reading every day.
It could be, yeah.
So what do you think, Seth? What's your take on everything that's happening here?
A roll of film. It's the one that I was taking out of the camera just before I discovered Martha's body.
Oh, for
It
fuck's
should
sake.
contain shots from before that moment.
My headphones died again.
Oh, sorry. I was asking, what do you think about the narrative? What do you think's going on here?
I am thinking that
But why
maybe at
was it
that
locked
lake
in the first place?
I have died and this is like all like afterlife or something like that.
Okay.
Or we
Okay.
just, yeah. Oh, we already read the newspapers. Ooh. Well, this is really nice that they're showing us that, well,
Finally, I can enter my room. Finally, I can enter my room. theatre. I loved it when the puppet theatre. I loved it when I was a child.
Who doesn't love a good puppet theater?
It's like being a child all over again. I used to play with the puppets by reenacting what was happening in my life, to clear my mind. I want to do it again. At the beginning of any puppet act, there was always the legend of the White Lady. Otherwise, the scenes I was reenacting were worthless.
Yeah, so she's completely lost it at this point.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit
Sister, there's
of a
an
young
air
woman
raid on.
who was killed by the man she loved. A lover's nightly tryst by the lake. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her.
This is different.
Ah, what a beautiful moon tonight. My love is not here yet. My love is not here yet. I'll wait. You're here at last. You're here at last. What's going on? What's going on? Why are you acting weird?
Okay, no, love her.
Is she maybe showing us what happened with the boyfriend? Not the Grey Lady?
Maybe, yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay.
I know you kissed another.
I would never do that. I love you.
Kill.
I love you too much. I love you too much. The thought of you with another drives me insane. That's why you have
Makes
to
perfect sense.
die. What did I do to you? What did I do to you?
In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy.
Execute. Kick.
Good lord, this game is grim.
They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, takes the life of a young woman whenever events take her back to that
And this is
certain-
more or less the information the nanny presented us earlier in the
Yep.
game.
This is exactly how the legend goes.
Sans puppets, of course.
Yeah, she had like a book that she was reading. Like a children's illustrated book.
What do you want from me? What do you want
Take
from me?
Cain. You want to hurt me, mommy?
Do you want to hurt me, mummy? Do you want to hurt me,
Use the
mummy?
cane. Doink. Doink.
Dum! Dung!
This could
Dung!
be it, but I'm not
Dung!
entirely convinced.
Dung!
This could be it,
Yeah,
but
fuck
I'm
it,
not
but-
entirely convinced. I will never know exactly what happened, but I think I have an idea. I will never know exactly what happened, but I think I have an idea. And after everything, I shot my mother. No, I didn't shoot. What actually happened? I know I can. It is all in my mind, but I can remember. I know I can.
Break?
Well, don't know if that happened.
A little arm. A little arm.
Fuck are we doing?
A small leg. A small leg. And another little arm.
They have pretty realistic
And another
pieces for
little
dolls.
arm.
Well, generally these dolls are pretty realistic.
Another small leg.
Very high quality for the time, right?
Another small leg. Oh look, only the head is left. Oh look, only the head is
Pretty
left.
sure that's not how it happened.
As am I. She was not dismembered.
Oh no!
Hmm?
She dismembered her mother.
Oh. Oh dear.
Take mop.
Well, I mean, as we say over here, couldn't happen to a nicer person.
Use shovel.
Man, these are really specific props for this puppet theater.
Yup. Throw corpse. Oh no, the head is still there.
Thus is dismembered.
This
I apologize.
take mother's head.
I was under the bridge. But it was just a game. I was under the bridge. But it was just a
Didn't happen.
game. I was just
Not before.
this was not a game. It's just playing. It's just a bad joke. Under the bridge. Speak. The
Thus is poor
church.
Yorick.
Town. Speak. The white lady.
Wait, what is the next thing I have to do? Must check Martha's developed a photo of the fetus. Print
And
photo.
Moin redeemed hydrate and stretch.
After that, not even God can help me, let alone stretch. I did not expect to actually have mother's head in my hand.
Wild.
I was just playing. She keeps repeating over and
Again,
over again.
I'm really not sure what this game is trying to say, but it is definitely saying it.
I was just playing. Where are we? Oh, under the bridge. She kept saying I was under the bridge. Oh right, we got bombarded. The house is okay, just the little chapel seems to be. Look, this fire effect is better than in Elden Ring. It's nice.
It actually is, yeah. Lots of these narrative-driven indie games tend to have pretty good visuals.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because it's so integral to the experience, but still. Admirable.
Yep. I really did not need to carry Mother's head, but okay, I guess I understand that they want to, yeah. Yes.
I mean, you know, it's a souvenir from the puppet show.
Hmm. What does my diary say?
21st of July.
Oh, the high
21st of July.
Journal stuff. That's nice. Fine. Should I not? Okay, apparently I don't have to dig anymore. I just left her there. That's fine.
Really half-assed grave digging.
Really. Develop the photo. Develop the photo. All of them tell me to develop the photos. You know what? I'm gonna go develop the photo.
The power is back.
Oh yeah.
I can develop the role and hopefully have my questions. The power is back.
No, that's
develop the role and
photo,
hopefully
ma'am.
have my questions answered.
Not the entire role, just the photo.
Just that one. The photo. Yeah, and I'm assuming the photo is gonna show us what we expect. Mother killed Julia and yeah. I don't really see some big plot twist coming.
No. No, I actually think, based on what you told me at the start of the stream, Seth, the game is getting weaker narratively as it goes along.
Yeah. It did have an incredibly strong start.
Well, it's because all of that darkness, the incredibly grim and disturbing series of events and themes that the game was treating with, seemed to largely be set dressing, just distractions for a pretty normal, but wait, you were mad the entire time.
Yeah.
Or experience. Kind of utilized in a way that makes the super heavy subject matter of the first half feel almost disrespectful, I would say.
Yeah. I really wish they would have explored a bit more with the Lady of the Lake.
I mean,
or
for
White
Christ's
Lady.
sake, Layers of Fear tells a similar story far more effectively.
Together we will sort out everything. I will
Also, so
return
it throws
to you,
heads at
Martha.
you, classic trope.
Together we will sort out
Just the
everything.
one head.
Just
actually.
you and I.
Do really like the operatic soundtrack.
Okay, let's see what is next.
I'm biased though, I tend to really like opera in general.
Out of focus and focus. Nice. Parts out of parts. Pose.
The print should be fine like this. You can see detail clearly. The print should be fine like this. You can see detail clearly.
Let's see, what else can we develop? Ah, yeah, there we go. It's the boink. The head boink. Oh, there's something more than the head boink.
Something in the lake, maybe? Also, how convenient that that air raid dropped a single bomb on the expansive property.
Just on the little chapel.
At least you can hear planes overhead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get the little fog.
So it's true.
Oh, it's her!
Oh dear God. So it's true.
I killed my sister. I did everything to hide the truth. Then I killed my mother to rid myself of the guilt. But she was nasty and everything was her fault. God, what does that make me? I don't deserve to live a second longer. Maybe I will see her again and I can try and ask for her forgiveness.
Boo.
But if there is nothing after death, at least I will be free from this suffering. I know it's not right, but I can't do this anymore.
What in the world?
It was not easy to but I did. It was not easy once again, though, but I did. Once again, though, I was not dead. They all died in the blink of an eye. It was the most natural of the world. For me, it seemed impossible. When I fired, I unintentionally moved the weapon enough that the bullet deviated and hit my eyebrow. I grew distant. There was a great more above my eye. The voices grew distant, but nothing more. I then regained consciousness not long after. I woke up tied to a seat so tightly that I couldn't feel my hands or feet. The seat next to me was my father. On the seat to me was my father. He was breathing, but he appeared to be unconscious. The guy, he kept hitting me and asking me questions. He kept hitting the face and head with some cane. It was so violent I thought my skull would crack open. All I could taste in my mouth was blood and broken teeth. I ran my tongue across my teeth, thinking to myself that I'd never be able to smile again. A frivolous thought, perhaps, but a painful one nonetheless. Part of my top lip was cut open and was hanging down. I tried to put it in place using my tongue and lower lip.
Run out of an animation budget for this bit.
They forced me to confess that my father had been carrying out activity within the German army.
Did your audio?
Of course, I didn't know anything about it, so I tried to explain. But those punches. I would have done whatever it took to stop them. Whatever it took. Just after I told them what they wanted to hear, the general said, just all it took was what they wanted to hear. All it took. Then he ordered you sold out your father to be executed. It took less than a moment. Then he ordered my father to be executed. It took less than a moment. He didn't even move. Then I took a blow harder than the previous ones. I lost consciousness. I took a blow harder than the previous ones. And I lost
so either my audio
again.
has been cutting in and out, or Discord's has. Yeah, okay, I can't.
I woke up again on the ground.
Try this.
Untied and completely empty inside. I woke up again on the ground, untied and completely empty inside. All I could feel was pain. Everyone was dead. I was now alone in the world. I felt a desire to hear their voices one last time on Daddy's recorder in the dark room. Provided the soldiers hadn't destroyed
Okay, I can hear you normally
Yes.
now.
There we go. All I had to do was drop out of the channel and rejoin.
This bag was removed by the soldiers, but they left the base. Thank you, game, for
You know,
letting me know that.
I'm getting a real Chernobylite feeling from this game.
Yeah? Everybody sucks?
It's about, like, national and historic trauma, and it starts out really, really promising. And then the ending just makes everything exponentially worse.
Yeah.
At least unlike Chernobylite, the presentation here remains rather strong.
Now I will wake her up and she will confess. You can bet on it. It's dangerous. Stop it. What are you doing with
with your father's gun.
Everything now.
It's dangerous.
Tell me what you have done.
Stop it.
Talk.
Okay.
Tell me everything now. Tell me what you have done.
Okay. Calm down. I will tell you everything. I found that strange note when I woke up, and I immediately realized that something was wrong. Something was up with you, aside from your usual quirks. I came to check, but you weren't in your bedroom. You had spoken about the lake, and I got worried, so I called your father, and we went to see what was going on. We found you sitting in your underwear at the side of the lake. You kept saying that nothing had happened, and you kept repeating things like that. I hugged you to try and make you feel better, but you did not speak again for days.
So the mother knew that was Julia, not
tell me what's
Martha. She
going
said, like,
on.
you didn't
I'm
speak
not going
for
to that
days.
loony bin.
I would never have wanted this,
Oh,
but
I
I'm afraid you will harm yourself further. You were really hurting yourself in front of the piano that night. What else could we do?
You killed my sister and now you're afraid because I found out. So you're making up stories, aren't you? But I'm not falling for it this time.
What are you saying? Your sister. Please, no. I was not well. I didn't know what I was saying. So many years have passed. You were little then. I thought everyone had forgotten that nonsense.
Shut up! Don't
What are you doing, my daughter?
say anything.
Why do you want to ruin
I'm sorry.
my daughter?
Okay, I'm
Just shot
Why
Mummy.
do you want to ruin your life?
doing a little research.
It wasn't me who just shot.
I didn't know
It
who I
wasn't
was
me.
anymore. Everything had fallen apart. I didn't know who I was anymore.
Afraid of myself.
Everything had fallen apart.
God, it was terrible.
I was afraid of
I've
myself.
always been convinced that I was
God,
too good for myself, but then
I've always been convinced that
I had
I was
become
good for
my own enemy.
myself, but then
I was the danger. What should I have done?
I had become my own enemy. I
thought
was the
about
danger.
puppet theatre in my
What
own
should I have
room.
done?
There I could find
I thought
something
about
in
the
myself,
puppet theatre in
perhaps.
my old room. There I could find
So I rushed
something
to
in
go
myself, perhaps.
Yeah, so basically, like,
So
I
I
was
rushed
the
to go
crazy
play with it
one,
again.
and because I was still hated my mother for what she said when she was suffering from postpartum depression. And like me thinking that mom didn't recognize being Julia, not Martha. That was true, but she knew all along.
I found out that what you were playing, Seth, is apparently a significantly toned down version of the game. You're playing on PS5, right? And there goes the audio again. What the fuck? Hold on.
Mummy
Harvaloon.
Whee!
Get out of my sight! I can stand you no longer! Get out of my sight! I can stand. How dare you! I will make you pay for that. How dare you! I will make you pay for that.
Okay, wait. Take cane.
Of course.
Sorry, it was an accident, Mummy. Please don't hit me. Sorry, it was an accident, Mummy. Please don't hit me.
You know, I get the sense that regardless of how much of what we've been presented with is true, the mother was still a pretty shitty person.
Yeah.
This is just a game. Is it only a game? I believe the White Lady said that my lost memories would
Reverse
return
Mary
in the place of
Sue,
my happy
and
childhood.
those silly
This
movements.
Is the only
I do
place
like
I
the
have
animation.
ever been
puppets.
truly
I like the
happy.
the
These
sound
my
effect.
memories,
Damn! Bam!
Is this actually my life?
Okay.
What's up? Did Julia make you cry?
Imagine
Did
a
Julia make you cry?
middle-aged woman in the
I have not done anything. Now I will make you cry. I have not done anything. Now I will cry. You rude girl. You rude girl. Martha, don't you want to play with your sister?
This is why we
Martha,
have things like
don't you want to
children's
play with your
bureaus and
sister?
ministries these days.
yeah.
Specifically for people like this.
Drink from the pitcher, yes.
What are you doing, Martha? What are you doing, Martha? You could have got Martha a glass, you little know-it-all. You could have got Martha a glass, you little know-it-all. But what? I didn't do it.
Take
But what?
whip.
I
Okay.
didn't do it.
Why does she have a whip?
Yeah, fuck this woman.
So you learn to answer. So you learn to answer. My darling, Mummy loves you so much. My darling, Mummy loves you so much. Julia, play with your sister. Julia, play with your sister.
Eclipse says creepy puppets. I choose the greatest times to come in. Oh,
Yeah.
Eclipse, good evening. I hope you're doing well.
Yesterday he came
this-
in at the part where we were cutting the face, so yeah.
Right. This is grim. This is unusually grim.
I didn't do it on purpose. Oh, you're also a liar. This is too much. I'm angry with you. I will beat manners into you.
Oh, hello, folks. There we are.
You.
I'm gonna have to watch the
will
VOD
beat
for
manners
this because this
into
game
you,
is weird.
girl.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Come with me
what I
now.
would call misery porn.
kind of like what's the game?
Come with me. Sorry, Mummy.
Little Misfortune.
Sorry. Come
Oh,
with me.
Little Misfortune.
Substantially worse.
Jeez.
I will put you in your place, girl. Sorry, Mummy.
The fact that it's worse than that is saying something.
I promise.
As an
Sorry,
example,
Mummy. I won't do it
straight up
again.
watch
I
someone get
promise.
dismembered, and I, with my perpetual
Too
bleeding
late.
heart, did not
These
feel the
false
least
tears
bit
won't
bad
help
about it.
you.
Eh.
Stay still.
He designed Radigan and just handed the knife.
Oh, no. Don't you dare touch the dog.
No.
Pyridine hydrate.
And stretch.
Hydrating.
Now I'll make you want to bark.
No, don't you fucking dare.
Now I'll make you want to
So-
bark.
I have a pretty strong stomach, but child abuse, like in media, is one of a scant handful of things that tends to evince a very strong reaction from me.
There's no point
Child abuse and
screaming,
peer abuse.
stupid girl.
And this entire...
Did you just-
No,
section
Mummy,
has been-
please.
Sorry, Brady. Did you just?
You're insane.
Yes.
Okay.
You're insane. Now I'll show you how
Okay, now I know what you mean when you say misery.
And the
Sure.
whole stream
Now I'll
has
show
been,
you how
or like all the
insane
plot
I
points have been
am.
just like this.
Help, Daddy, help! Help, Daddy, help! Work. Your father is not here like usual. Screaming won't work.
Yeah.
Your father is not here like usual. Eat it. No! Eat! Eat! I won't eat it.
It's especially just jarring when it's people who can't fight back.
I won't
Yep.
eat him. Eat. I
And
said
in the
eat.
present, the mother is dead at the hands of this child, which not gonna cry for. And their father was executed by the Allies when they came
I was
through.
beginning to remember.
Uh,
But I
and
was so
American
scared to
soldiers, in the
remember
course of
too
an
much.
interrogation, beat the piss
Especially
out
what
of this
once.
girl.
It was making me too upset.
Uh,
I didn't have time to
Gosh.
guess exactly.
have you guys
what
ever
happened.
watched
It was making me too
Sorry.
upset.
What were you gonna say? Go first.
Pulling out those memories was
I
like
don't
trying to
think
pull out
this
a
game
tooth from
carries
your
the
own.
sort of emotional weight it wants to, because everything
Almost
is so
impossible.
Terrible.
Far
unremittingly
too
gruesome.
painful.
It's
The white lady told
it's
me that
almost
the
like
church is a safe
satirically
place
bad.
and home to its
Yes.
children.
Like, there's no one to root
Donatello,
for, there's
my
no one you
priest.
can really
I have to
empathize with,
talk to
because
him.
I'm sorry to say,
I have to call him on the
98%,
telephone.
99% of human beings lack the potential to be as bad as the cast of this game, and every single character we've been exposed to, with only one or two exceptions, is unremittently, constantly terrible.
Yep.
It's kind of like you need the highs and the lows. If you just have the one, you don't
Yes.
get the juxtaposition of the other.
Absolutely true. And it's a shame, because it's a very, very well presented game.
And that if they were going to go a different route with that would be kind of. I don't think this is the route they're going with, but there is a route that people who are abused, like child abuse, they don't ever see the low, they don't ever see the highs. They just expect it to be normal, and it's a massive shock when an adult treats them with any sort of respect. I'm like, wait, what?
And this game is definitely not doing that, because good people do not exist in this world.
Oh, yeah, Eclipse, let... Oh, no, we didn't. There she is. Hello, Mom.
I'm Mom.
And what we're playing is apparently a pared back version of the game.
Mm.
So one that's been like toned down.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Go far away from here. I
Oh.
need to have a good reason.
Okay.
To go far away
Oh yeah,
from
and
here, I need
they
to have a good
the
reason.
planes dropped a bomb, but only on the chapel, not on the house.
Ooh.
And you can see the city burning in the distance. So this is like towards the end of the war in northern
The
Italy.
last month of World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we need to use the phone. For the phone, we go that way.
So
And it's
Mussolini
upstairs.
is just at this point basically weeks away from being overthrown a second time.
Oh wait, that was the happy.
I say that. He was overthrown once in 1945. He was technically fired in the middle of World War II.
Yeah.
Well, my hometown in World War II, of 12,000 homes, do you know how many were left undamaged?
I can't even imagine, like, 150?
7.
Oh my god.
8,000 were reduced to nothing.
During the Blitz?
Yeah, the Clydebank Blitz.
My god.
Father, help me.
And we were betrayed by the Clyde.
Daddy, Mummy, everyone. Father,
Because the
help
moon
me.
came off the Clyde
They're all
and
dead.
raided them right in.
Daddy, Mummy, everyone.
How awful. You know, that's one thing that I think especially people from the United States, where World War II forms a substantial part of
Father,
our like
but
national
first I want to
history
play
and
with my
national
puppets
myth
for a while.
don't really understand is how impactful on a completely different level the conflict was for the hundreds of peoples for whom it ravaged their homelands. Like, what it's like to have the war right on your doorstep, whether you want it or not.
Yeah. Because obviously Clydebank was one of the biggest shipbuilders, so they wanted to get rid of it. So they just threw everything they had at it.
Right.
Stuck. There we go.
And how they were being stopped before was basically people were setting fires in the hills, so it would look like when you're flying over, it would look like the city and it would bomb the hills.
Right. They use decoys.
Yeah, but with the moon so bright, it was just like, nope. Moon so bright, shining on the Clyde, which Clydebank is right on top of. Nope.
So, was the shipbuilder ever taken completely out of commission, or were they able to continue operating through the war?
I can't go to
Can't
San
remember.
Casciano
It's still
on
around
foot.
today.
It's too far.
I actually know what that, because I don't actually know. It doesn't. It doesn't really say anything about that. You'd think it would have said they actually got, that would be a big thing that they actually got it, but I don't think they did.
Not completely. Anyway.
No, probably not.
Get off.
Yeah, so what was it? 4,000 houses were completely destroyed, 4,500 were severely damaged, and 3,500 suffered serious to mild damage.
Christ.
Okay, there we go. I left the photograph of the map.
The photo is where they requested.
When did America join World War II? It was like
There we
1942,
go.
right?
The photo is where they
Yes.
requested.
I know it was sometime into it, I don't remember exactly the date.
It was 42. I want to say technically the tail end of one calendar year, immediately following, like, the days after the Pearl Harbor bombing.
Okay.
Yep.
Again, we joined both conflicts, rather comparatively speaking, rather late on. World War I, the U.S. was only involved in for months.
December 41 was in Pearl Harbor, so that's when he probably
Yes,
started.
the very, very end of 1941. I think mobilization, large-scale mobilization, would only have occurred starting 42.
Yeah, because they can't do that immediately.
And the U.S. was not in Europe for a good little while.
Okay, where's the telegraph? Down there.
Yeah, World War II was definitely the war that basically kept every. I would say it's the war that, more than World War One, hit people outside of it.
Absolutely. Just about everywhere on the face of the earth saw local governments severely changed or completely destroyed, industries unmade or repurposed, scores of people involved in the war and otherwise killed or physically abused. The only real exception that comes to mind as far as a part of the world that made it out about as good as it went into the war would be the United States very specifically,
Oh, and
and
of course, I need to
then
remember the code word.
parts of Central and South America that kind of served as havens for the wealthy and influential, havens of happiness and commerce following the war. Because, well, those were a lot of developing countries with industry that hadn't been completely destroyed yet.
Yeah.
Then once the Cold War started, the US and USSR certainly put a stop to that.
Why is that called the Cold War again?
Because it never saw a direct, live fire, all-in military confrontation or hot war, as in with hot lead, between the United States and Soviet Union. They instead sought to overcome the capabilities and posturing of the other through gaining diplomatic influence, building up economic potential, and converting the developing countries of the world to their cause and array them against the other.
So it was a shoving match?
Yes, exactly. One that disproportionately impacted people in the developing world in some really, really horrible ways.
Every message with the code word.
Usually, and this is where I have to confess, I'm not like a leading expert, but based on what I know, usually at the hands of the United States. Not necessarily because the Soviet Union was nicer to post-colonial peoples and loved them all so much, but because the Soviet Union had far weaker capabilities from the 1950s on. There is substantial evidence to suggest, and this is actually pretty cool, that, or at least like cool trivia, both high-ranking leaders in the intelligence and military operations of the US and Soviet Union both knew that the others did not want to fight, at least from like around 1952 on, but did not report such to their superiors, instead deliberately playing up the threat, the dogmatism, and the tenacity of the opposing country far beyond what was realistic in order to receive ever greater funding year after year. And both countries were in on, or both operations did the same exact thing.
With the code word. I have to message with the code word.
So I'm guessing
something was on fire. City on fire. I think it was city on fire.
Alright, what horrible thing is going to happen to us next?
I'm very curious about something.
What's that?
How many people died in World War One?
Oh my god.
That's a very weird thing to be curious about.
20 million. Yeah, 20 million title wounded.
I have placed the photo where requested, so I need to find the right words to communicate it. Oh, and of course I need to remember the code word.
That's absurd.
But that's the thing. Do you want to know what's absurd to me?
What's that?
World War II probably killed more people than that who weren't on the front lines.
It certainly did. But to give you an idea of like the casualties of World War One, the famous siege of Verdun, right? The showdown between German and French forces in South France that lasted about 9 months.
With the code word.
By conservative estimates, it killed over 700,000 people.
Sweet mercy. Yeah.
Found.
Were you gonna say stuff?
On fire. That should be the code word. Yes. Then photo. Map. position. Overhang. Where is it? Over.
We've gone from creepy puppet theater to now we are a signal specialist in World War II.
Oh, this is over, and that should be it. Okay, so long, short, long, long, short, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, 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 short.
No,
Shit.
another mistake. I need to focus more and think less. No,
How's that always
another
work?
mistake. I need to focus
Yes,
more and
that-
think less.
Did she just say focus more and think less?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
It's one of those things that sounds more wise than it is.
Yeah.
it sounds wise, then you look at it like, wait a minute.
Okay, there we go. Now I receive a response. Okay, now I have to decipher what they are telling me.
I'm sure it's just some variation on, man, Morse code sucks, we need to invent something better.
Yeah, okay, so it's dash, dash, dot, that is C. Dot, dash, CA. What? Sense. Okay, dash, dot, dash, dot. Oh, yeah, so C is the first. Oh, Carm. Tank. Okay, tank. Then dash, dot, dash, dot, located. Dash, dot, oh, that's what that was for.
They have worked out the position of the tank. I should confirm that I've understood their message with receive. They have worked out the position of the tank.
C.
I should confirm that I've understood their message with received.
The war was won because a crazy lady was sending a telegraph while murdering her family.
As you do. I mean, Hitler's forces would never see it coming. He was too busy forming the Soviet Union.
Yeah, this entire telegraph thing is cute the first time, but
Right. I still can't get over that essay I had to read.
the
How
one
bad
with
was it?
Hitler.
The one where a student claimed Hitler created the Soviet Union in 1921 while serving as the ruler of the United States.
How old would Hitler have been in World War One?
Well, he served as an infantryman, so, like, 20s, maybe? Early 20s?
I thought he'd be a bit younger than that.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly younger.
I'm not sure. I'm going to have a look.
Wow, your searches are on fire today. You might have
He was
FBI
25 years
knocking.
old. No,
Okay.
he was 25
There's
years.
a
No, he
weapons
was.
cache in the woods.
Yeah.
I just thought he was a bit younger in 1945.
Okay, I will
No,
search for
because
it.
he had already applied
Let's respond received
to
again.
art school and being rejected multiple times over before beginning military service, so he had to be a little bit older.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I guess all that dictatorship just makes him look young.
Okay, and this last message incoming is place flagpole, light, close communications, over and out. Oh, come on.
I think one of the most poignant moments I think I ever saw, well, maybe not one of the most, right, but was in the Doctor Who Christmas special.
Okay.
Where the Doctor accidentally, it was when there was two Doctors and he was regenerating, and he accidentally grabbed a World War One soldier.
Oh yeah.
And he accidentally said World War One, and the guy was like, "Wait, what do you mean one?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it was just,
I remember that. Yikes.
And it was just this clear, like, ooh.
So powerful.
And then in the end of the episode, he actually was able to skip him forward a few hours to when the Christmas amnesty, was it the Christmas amnesty?
Place a flag on the
When they just
telephone
stopped fighting for a
near
day.
the house.
Yeah.
They will then know that I have accomplished the task.
Okay, we need
Easy
to find the
peasy.
weapons cache. Oh. Okay, let's see.
Has that ever happened again?
In a conflict that high profile and on an instance involving so many people, I don't think so. But it is more common for, like, especially conscripted forces fighting against their will in large-scale conflicts
Guys?
to meet
No,
on
the fence has been
more friendly
destroyed.
ground than you'd expect. Hmm?
So we came here. She saw this.
Yeah.
Her comment. Oh no, the fence has been destroyed. Well then.
Priorities, Steph.
I have no comment. Alright, so let's find the weapons cache that is...
What are we even doing at this point?
Win the war, okay? Doesn't matter that we killed our entire family. We still have Oh, okay, the game is not letting me. Okay, never mind, then we're not gonna be doing this side quest. We are gonna be heading for... I guess I was meant to be doing this side quest earlier in the game.
Do you know how long this game is?
This is the second full stream of it, so 6 hours-ish.
6 hours of this kind of narrative content, though, is quite a lot.
Yeah, this is quite a lot. So the first 3 hours, brilliant. Loved it. The ambient was amazing, music was amazing, the storytelling was amazing, and then today it kind of feels like I'm playing a completely different game, to be honest.
Yeah, like, as someone who just dropped in, right, it looks different from when I walked in before, when it was like, you know, you were in the house trying to pretend to be deaf.
Yeah.
It also looks much cheaper, does it not? Like
Yeah.
these exterior assets by night.
Yeah. Because, I'll be honest, you can't see crap on stream.
No,
Yeah.
you cannot.
It's so dark.
Okay, so we...
Okay, why does it look like the Skyrim bridge?
Oh my god, it kind of does.
It does, and now I cannot unsee it, so... wait, that... what is... Yeah, you know what? That doesn't matter.
That's the approach the game wants you to take to its entire world. Nothing matters.
Nothing else matters. Yeah, the ending song is gonna be Metallica, nothing else matters. Off I go. Choo choo.
The only thing that matters is death.
Yeah. That I bring, because I'm the death bringer.
How fucking dreadful.
At this point I have the highest head count of everybody that lives in the village and is a soldier here. Now I come to the priest and kill him as well.
They had all been killed.
As you
and it was
do.
my fault. They were my age. Those boys, they had all been killed and it was my fault.
It would go like that, but wasn't it obvious?
And a few
What was I
friends.
actually expecting?
My god, are they...
But wasn't
They
it obvious,
can't
really?
possibly be saying
What
what
was
I
I
think they're
actually
saying.
expecting? I felt like
Okay,
a coward.
so this
Holy
part of the
shit,
story,
they are.
Done. Should I have betrayed my father?
I didn't
loved my
finish
father,
the
but I
side
also
quest,
loved
so
my
that's
friend
why like
Lapo.
they were all executed
Which
like
side
the
was
part
I on?
stuff.
I just listened to my
So
heart.
what I was gonna
I
say
thought
is,
it was the right
I
thing to
think
do.
there is artistic
But
merit,
instead, it was the worst
especially
thing I
in
could have
people
done.
and studios from countries involved in conflicts like the World Wars, examining
I didn't go anywhere near the soldiers.
certainly the mental
Germans
and
or
sentimental
allies. They
complexities
had
that would
all
accompany
caused me harm.
knowledge that, like, hey,
I didn't
your
want to approach
family, your
anyone
ancestors
for
fought
any
in
reason.
this war on a certain side, right?
Yeah.
Like in Japan, public memory of the war is a very, very complicated thing. But that doesn't
Once I
quite seem to
crossed
be
that
what this game is
threshold,
doing.
I completely lost touch with reality.
Because I'm pretty sure a second ago
Everyone
they
around
basically
me had
just said,
died while I
"Oh, how
survived
could you have
everything."
betrayed your family by helping the Allies?" And it's like, yeah, there was definitely a better way to resolve this quest line, I'm sure. But,
I don't know. That's World War II is a very interesting subject because it's close enough that people are still alive, but not many, and it's even now it's starting to get foggy.
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, but based on what I've seen in this stream, I would kind of say this game has an ambitious idea, but it kind of sucks when it comes to execution.
Like starts extremely strong and then it falls flat.
I like the idea that you're like trying to just solve the
remember
mystery of
how
your sister
things
while
went.
trying to be your sister
Just
because your
remember a
parents
big
like just.
light and
I like that
then
idea.
Photographs were being taken of me.
Where
There
the
was a
hell
man
is that now?
dressed in white. A doctor, I
We've
presume.
lost it at this
Yeah,
point.
He was
yeah,
asking
she
me
said.
questions, but I didn't understand what he was actually asking me. He wrote
So
something.
we get committed anyway.
Yay!
2 nurses led me away. Some women were talking to themselves. I was in the mental asylum. Some women were talking to themselves. Others were violent and tried to hurt themselves. And even
For letting me do the entire thing because they were like,
Others were
okay, she's
violent
mentally unstable.
to
Let's
hurt
see like what she's
themselves
trying
any
to
way
do.
possible.
And just so you know, Seth, this is the ending regardless of your
They
choices, I
started to
believe.
give me injections. What they gave me made my whole body shake. I broke an
Cardiazol.
ankle.
Cardiazol.
I think it was called cardiazol or something like that. My body was
I found
like
some
a
information
fire
about
didn't want
that
to be put
online as
out.
well while I was searching
When it appeared to be quenched,
background on
it
the
would come
game.
back.
Do you know what it's a
even
derivative of?
stronger than
Nope.
before.
Meth!
In the end, though, they won. There was no longer any need for therapy. Something inside of me had died. But nevertheless, I insisted on carrying along this painful journey. I was stronger than I could ever have imagined.
Is this the iron? No. It's a
Gramophone.
E. Oh, that's a gun. There. Getting slightly lost because I'm not sure where the game wants to get. I guess there.
I'm not sure where the game's going either, but in a different way.
Okay, yeah. Go that. Okay, so at this point she's both crazy and high.
Standard.
It's one of the classic combinations. Why be one when you can be both?
Are you crazy or high? Yes. Okay, can we sit down here? No. No.
And this church has a really spacious storage area. Ah, we're a doll the entire time, you see.
I just like it how they put special attention to making her nipples look realistic.
Of course they did. I really enjoy the fact that across both your channel and mine, Seth, we've recently played several games that start off really strong and then just precipitate very sharply.
Who are you?
You talking about Gotham Knights in that one?
Wait.
Oh god, yeah.
I want answers.
Ooh.
Don't go away. Talk to me about Martha, please.
Gotham Knights was quite
Martha is dead.
Martha is dead. I killed her to take possession of her life. I will never find peace.
Martha is dead. I killed her to take possession of her life. I will never find peace for what I have done. I feared that would be the case. And what about Mummy?
Nobody knows that better than I do.
No, Martha is dead.
Everybody's dead.
Mummy is dead. Nobody knows that better than I do, unfortunately. It's useless to try and deceive ourselves. Did I do what I think I've
It
done?
really happened. I cut her into pieces and buried her under the bridge.
Yes, damn it. It really happened.
As you
I
do.
cut her into pieces and buried her under the bridge. God, all that blood. My God, I knew it. What about Daddy? The soldiers.
It happened.
Did that really
He was
happen?
shot right in front of me. Fear, pain,
It happened.
shame.
He was shot right in front of me.
I cannot
Fear,
remove it either.
pain,
Unfortunately,
shame.
I knew that
I can't
already.
remove it. I cannot relive it either. Unfortunately,
Nanny's
I
dead
knew
as
that
well,
already.
She really had
What
nothing to
about
do with it.
Nanny?
But she died in our villa due to the
Poor
bombs.
Nanny. She really
We
had
saved
nothing to do with
ourselves
it.
for some time by
But she
taking
died in our
refuge at
villa
her
due to the bombings.
privileges for
We
being
saved ourselves for some time by taking refuge at her house.
poor Nanny.
Privileges for being rich. Feelings don't count for much, though.
Lapo
My
is also
poor
dead.
Nanny. I'm afraid to ask
Shot by the
about
German.
Lapo.
Lapo is dead. He was blown up by a landmine.
Alright, yeah, he
got
stepped on a
into
landmine.
trouble and paid with his life.
Lapo is
Oh.
dead.
Dear friend,
He was blown up by a landmine.
just
Well,
as
He
I
got into
That's
trouble and
unfortunate.
paid with his life. My dear friend.
One last
Poor boy.
question.
Just as I remembered, unfortunately.
Martha was pregnant.
One last
Martha was
question.
pregnant.
The
Because it's
pregnancy.
the diary of
He
again.
died with her. Maybe she was in pain.
Martha was
It
pregnant.
had two heads.
A deformed baby.
Questions are pointless.
Maybe she was in pain. That's enough now. All of these questions are needless, aren't they? It's all inside of us. We just need to turn the mirror. Is it not all just the reflection of an unknowable existence? Nothing more than a puppet show. Ready for everything with open arms, even ready to kill. Ready for everything with open arms,
What
even
happened?
ready to kill. Legs always ready to run. Legs always ready to run. The womb that conceived in sin. The womb that conceived in sin.
I like the sounds of like porcelain.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Lastly, the mind. To protect us, it has turned us into monsters. Lastly, the mind. To protect us, it has turned us into monsters. Either way, we cannot live like this, can we? I'll take care of it. I don't need to worry.
Oh no,
try to
it's
sleep
giving me
if
the
I
sleep,
can.
the skip option, which
I've
means there
got
is something
this.
weird that's going to happen. Oh no,
Gonna hang herself? Oh, or that.
Whoa. Lovely.
okay.
It's not the kind of World War II horror story I was expecting.
No.
Oh, okay, cutting ourselves. We are not gonna watch that. Sorry, I just cannot stomach stuff like
no,
that.
that's fair.
Oh yeah, I understand.
And then where this was going, so yeah. Oh, there she is. Hey, Julia.
On the 26th of July, San Casciano was bombed and the church was destroyed.
Oh, you see that her teeth are
On
destroyed.
the 26th of July, San Casciano was bombed and the church was destroyed. But I was not there then. I was already in the asylum. The bombs hadn't killed me and I had also
Once again,
survived
stubbornly,
myself.
I was not dead.
The most absurd
The bombs hadn't killed me and I had also survived myself.
The war ended
The
some
most
time ago
absurd test
Both out
and
there
the hardest one.
inside of me.
Well, that's
The war
nice.
ended
On the
some
wrong
time
side
ago
of the
now,
gate, but
both
now
out
I
there
can turn the
and
page.
inside of me.
Life is opening its
I
doors
was on the
again,
wrong
isn't it?
side of the gate, but now I can turn the
If I hadn't
page.
been so lucky to survive myself,
Life is opening its doors
I
again,
would have
isn't
thrown
it?
everything away.
If I hadn't been so lucky to survive myself,
We think that danger
I would
is
have
all
thrown
around us,
everything
ready
away.
to attack. But the most devious and
We think that
misleading
danger is all
dangers are
around
ones that
us,
are inside
ready
of us.
to attack. But the most
grow without
devious
us
and
realizing.
misleading dangers are the ones
They
that
make
are
us
inside of
suffer,
us.
Remain confused and
They grow without
remove
us
our
realizing.
self-respect.
They make us suffer,
I would have wanted to
remain
ask for help.
confused, and remove our self-respect. I would have wanted to
This
ask
is
for
my
help,
story.
but I was alone.
Thank you
Okay.
for being here, for listening to me.
This is my story.
No problem.
Now I'm ready to leave.
No problem.
Thank you for
We're
being here,
incredibly
for
confused.
listening to me.
How long will it take to get home?
Now I'm ready to leave. How long will it take to get home?
Oh, she smiled.
Aw.
It's like I'm that was a
Well, that's
we are
sweet.
desperate, even if it feels like life doesn't make sense. If it feels like there is nothing left for us, it is only because we can no longer see it. There is always something to live for. Something great could be just around the corner.
A very sweet sentiment, and I agree, but I feel like the
Lifeinourworld.org.
I feel like as sweet and well-intentioned as the moral ultimately is, it's too disconnected from the bulk of the game's content
Yeah.
to really hit home as efficiently as it should. Because
Supernatural, then they went into the
Yeah.
war, then they went into mental health, and then they went into the war again, and it felt like, okay, it's like you're taking all of these ideas, but you're not seeing any of them through. You're just
you're
like
not
hopping.
doing anything with them. And also, like, I'm sorry, I really appreciate and totally agree with the game's core sentiment, right? That there's always hope, there's always a way forward. Optimism and a positive outlook on life can be a comfort even in the most dire circumstances. But objectively, everything we see until the epilogue is horrible.
Yep.
Like, everybody sucks. Everybody's violent, everybody's abusive, everybody treats our protagonist like shit, regardless of what she has or hasn't done. And then in this epilogue, we're just told, without any specifics, oh, things are better now.
Yeah, so
Like,
the only
fuck
person
now.
that was not shit in this entire game was the father. And he wasn't shit only because he was a German general, so I do assume that they were like, oh, he's already a Nazi, so he doesn't need
Yes,
anything else.
No. And like for me, that's enough to sort him into the shit category pretty neatly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy mother of God.
So, yeah, as I said, yesterday's stream, so the first 3 hours, amazing. Storytelling was amazing, the design was amazing, the audio, like, even now, in the last 3 hours, the audio was still amazing. So the sound effects, the music, everything, it was really doing a very good job of portraying the scene. So that was sound design absolutely breathtaking, like spot on, really made me feel like I was in the moment and all of that. However, yeah, the issue was it started hopping all over the place with the story. In the end, I don't know if she was crazy or not and what is real and what is not, but I don't know anything about it, but I also don't care. And that is what is bothering. Things like that. You kind of like start brainstorming and try to question, you know, things and try to think about it, but now it's like I don't care. Like I really don't care. Was she crazy? Maybe. Was she not crazy? Maybe. Was her mother horrible? Maybe. Who the fuck knows? So yeah.
The ambiguity is intentional for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And I would say not very much.
So
like in my situation, it basically went from killing the dog to what?
Yeah. 82%. Okay, I guess 82% of what I have finished in the game, which is fine. I'm completely.
Yeah. I think we're about Martha'd out.
And I'm happy that this took only 2 streams, because I don't think that I would be willing to play it for much longer if it continued like... with the option to skip it after I've done it once, so that, you know, it can go faster, which is completely fine. But there were some things that were way too tedious, specifically the telegraph section. It was nice for the first one, but after you have to send like 5 messages, it's just like, okay, it's too much. It's just a bit too much.
Email in the 1940s.
The entire thing...
So, Seth, what would you rate this game?
Still definitely worth playing it once. If you like yeah, it's worth playing once, honestly. It's not a horror game, it is a suspenseful game for sure. There were no jump scares, I think, almost at all. So, and I think that it's very much riding on the back of the audio design.
Which is very, very good.
Yeah. So audio design, breathtaking. Everything else, subpar. I would even say that maybe in graphics-wise, considering this is not a big team, I think it was like 10 people in the entire team, and they're all family members. So even graphic-wise, very nice. But it was way too ambitious.
Do you think it would be a bit stronger if they dropped the attempt at like social and psychological commentary for the most part, maybe made it a bit more implicit and stuck to supernatural horror?
Either that.
Like that's kind of their strong suit.
Yeah, either that, or they could have stuck with the historic part of it. You know, so like what was happening and Martha. And I think that already would have made a pretty good game, like without the entire mental health aspect. Or they could go the other route with her, like, you know, struggling to go through the war while suffering from mental health issues. So that could have also been something to but like all 3 of them at the same time was just one too many. Regardless of which of the 3 you choose. But yeah, so we are done with Martha is Dead, and So we're finally gonna be finishing the Last of Us series before the second season of Last of Us comes out. So we're gonna be, you know, those people that are gonna be like, that's not how it was in the game. They changed that, so obviously it is inferior. So we can be those people.
I can't stand like adaptational purists.
Oh yeah. But yeah, other than that, I think Brady, you're gonna be joining tomorrow for Wulong.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And we might finish the game, we might not, we'll see. All that's left, as far as I'm aware, is Lubu again, and then the Daoist. So it's really interesting in that it's a Three Kingdoms game that does not take place during the War of the Three Kingdoms.
Huh.
Okay.
It ends right around the time the wars break out, which leaves plenty of room for sequels. Please.
That's nice.
Please. This is a rare AAA Souls-like in the modern day. I'm really enjoying. Please give me more.
Oh yeah.
Brady's like,
that and
please,
Sekiro.
I need...
Please. Please.
Don't make me play Elden Ring DLC and then not give me more of this.
Yeah. Anyways, then join us tomorrow for Brady's stream, and I will see you again on Thursday, most likely, hopefully. We'll see. With Last of Us 2. Alright, good night.
Excellent.